Hello everybody, my name is Speeve and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a part 2 of Xisumavoid's witch farm tutorial that we started last Tuesday, I think it was. As you can see, we're in the top portion of the witch farm and this is the part that we're going to be covering today. And now I also will include a world download with this video, but you're going to want to use the most recent snapshot pre-release candidate thingy, whatever it's called. There's like some new thing now that like just got released right before I went on the world, so that's what you're gonna want to be using. And also, if you have not seen part 1 of this, you should definitely go watch that, because that's where I show you how to build that thing down there. But now let's get right into this tutorial. To begin the next portion of this, you're gonna want to fill in if these are slabs, and they probably, I'm assuming these would be slabs because like it's cheaper to build the roof out of them. You're going to want to make them full blocks like this, and then you're going to build with solid blocks for an additional 10 blocks up. So that's 5, 8, and then 10. And this will make it so that it's not too light on the inside where the witches will be spawning. And then you can transition to the glass once you have gone 10 blocks up with this. And once you're done with that, you're going to want to take some glass panes and put them on the sides of these walls, going all the way up the interior here, just like this. And this will help the witches not get stuck or anything and be annoying like that. And now this is basically the basis of the gigantic tower that goes up into the sky and takes the witches with them. And the AFK platform is going to be very high up, so that only a very small portion of this train down here will be loaded, namely the witch farm itself. What you're going to need to do now is, if you built this correctly, then this block right here should be on Y83. And you're going to need to bring this glass pipe or tower all the way up to Y level 214. That's really tall, but that's how tall you need to make it. So what we're going to do to make this easier on ourselves is just go fill and do that. And then we're going to go over here and fly all the way to Y214, and then we're going to just fill in the glass so that it doesn't take forever. I already filled it in once by hand and it took easily like half an hour, and that was in creative mode, so it'll take even longer in survival. Just a warning. Alright, Y214, so fill, come on. So if we run this command, 27, 214, negative 13,570, Minecraft, gray stained glass pane. Boom. That was one side of this thing completely filled. Alright, let's see. Yes, that is good. So now, oh, that actually, yeah, it filled it too far down. That's my bad. Yeah. Just ignore that, pretend that never happened. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing over here and then just probably manually fill in the other two sides. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. This is a tall tower. This is at Y level 214. Actually, I'm standing at Y level 215. So for some strange reason, when I did fill 214, it decided, well, yeah, I guess that's because that's what I was standing on. So it should have been 213. When you're standing on the very top of this, it should be Y level 214. That was just something I didn't anticipate when using the fill command. But as you can see, this goes all the way from here to the top. And now what we got to do is let's get all the way back to the top. And you're going to need to break 2 blocks right there and then come out with 3 slabs. Well, actually, 6 slabs total, but there we go, just like that. And you're gonna need to make a border with stained glass panes, and this is the chute that the witches are gonna go down, and then we're gonna have to fill this entire thing with some water. Anyways, you need to put some you're gonna have to put a normal solid block right there, or a block there, either one, to put the water on. But go ahead and take a bucket of water and put it right there like that, and you'll see it flows and just stops short of going off the edge. And now break the block down there and put a roof of slabs in a 3x3 square, just like that. Now what we're going to need to do is we're going to use the kelp again, and we're going to have to go all the way down here. like all the way down. You know what? It would be easier to fall. That would be way faster. We have to fill up this entire thing with kelp, so you're gonna need some serious respiration and or a water breathing potion to do this, because it doesn't, well, you can actually go over to the side. Never mind, you can actually go to the side and breathe and I'll be fine, but just make sure not to drown because it is a long way up. Once you have actually reached the top of this, you're gonna have to go back down and break the kelp and take a piece of soul sand. And don't mind, oh wait, yeah, that's where I broke through. Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace that now. Go ahead and break all the kelp. You'll see it all goes up. That's kind of satisfying. And you're gonna come down here and replace this block with soul sand. Now we'll get shot all the way to the surface. Okay, now from, let's see, right here, you're gonna need to come down 28 blocks. So the easiest way to do this is as a reference for building the rest of this farm is to go from the top down, which can make it more inconvenient, but just use a bunch of scaffolding and it'll be okay. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And let's see, now what you're gonna need to do is at the bottom here, place some magma blocks in a 3x3 square. So just place it like this, and then you're gonna have to create this border here. Actually leave that open for 2 blocks, and then up here you're gonna have it be all the way around. As you can see, we already have a witch arriving, and we're not even done with this farm, but there's multiple witches here. You'll see that they fall and then quickly die a few seconds afterward. And using the magma blocks is the AFK mode, the fully AFK mode, but there is also part of this farm that allows you to toggle between player killed mode and AFK mode so that you can use looting to get more drops. Alright, this is what you should end up with when you're done, is just a tube all the way down 28 blocks with some magma blocks at the bottom. And over here you're going to want to take 9 bricks in a 3x3 square. They don't have to be bricks, but that's what Xisumavoid used, and it's a decent block to tell the difference. Okay, so over here you're going to want to put some blocks right there, and then here you can just put some andesite or just a different block just to distinguish what's going to go on top of that. And then you're going to want to come 3 blocks out and just make it a 3x5 platform on both of the sides here. And then over here, let's see, you're gonna want to just break that. That's where a ladder is gonna go eventually, but now you can go ahead and put a lever there. And let's see, now you want to get a door, so you're gonna want to put the door right here, and then you're gonna need some trap doors, and this is the little AFK area for player killing. And so this actually allows you to just close this off when you don't want witches coming out if it's on the brick mode for AFK. So then you're just going to need to also build a roof on top of this like that, and just make it cover the entire platform so it's the same exact size. Now you're going to need to take some pistons, and on this side here, build a block 4 blocks out so that you have something that you can place the pistons on. Make sure all these pistons are facing in that direction. And then up here you're going to take some observers and make sure that the observers are facing in that direction. And then I don't need soul sand. What I do need and what you will need is note blocks. So go ahead and place 3 note blocks like that, and then you're going to need to come out and with some more blocks, additional 4, so that you can have basically a 3x3 thing of observers observing in that direction. And you're gonna then want to take some sort of block, and if you update these observers you'll see that it actually starts pushing stuff, and it got all wonky here, which is something that's just gonna happen, and it's gonna be a little bit annoying to fix. But let's go ahead and just make this not messed up. Okay, now come out 2 blocks like that, place a sticky piston there, and let's see, take some redstone and put it right there and put a repeater there. Now you're going to need a block there, and then you're going to want to come down 2 blocks, and then you should just make just like a line of blocks going in that direction at the side. Actually, I came down 1 too many. you should just have it be like that, so that there's one block under this. Also, for some strange reason, I have not figured out where yet. I have a idea, but I'm not sure. Sometimes just other hostile mobs will come through this thing, but so far I have not found that they cause any problems. And it's pretty rare, but like, I think I just heard a skeleton die, so it doesn't affect anything because all the other mobs will just instantly die, and there's not enough room anywhere for a spider to spawn, so that's all fine. But just run some redstone on top of that, and you're gonna need to come down here now and place some blocks like this, and in the middle place some redstone, and then on this side place a repeater, and on this side place a torch. And then you're gonna need to run redstone across the back of these, and you'll see that shoved all the bricks underneath the killing area, which means the witches aren't dying. So now on this side we're gonna have to make another one of these things so that it can shove the magma blocks over. So you're basically gonna build it in the same way as you did the other one. Now that these blocks are shoved over to the side, you're gonna start with 9 pistons, all like that, and then you're gonna need the observers over there. You're gonna need the note block. Some of these are witch drops. Get out here. Put some note blocks there, and then come out 4 blocks so that you can put 9 observers. Also, let's get rid of that right now so that it, of course, it already made something weird. And let's see. Let's just fix that so that it's actually like fully reset and not all pushed over to the side. You're gonna also need to put the blocks over here at the back that you run redstone across, and we're gonna have to connect it up like we did at the other end. So take another sticky piston, place it right there, place a block on top, and then come down 2 blocks total like that, and then connect this up. And you're gonna need just to run redstone wiring like that into that. You'll see that it raises that thing. It raises the piston, and now you're gonna need to run the wire across there. And it got slightly messed up, and that is okay for now because all of these are actually in, which means that it'll start working once this is fixed. As I'm sure you can tell by now, these things are a little bit of a pain to make, but you can also put some torches on top like that. And now if we flip this, you'll see that it shoves it over like that. Wait, what? What is causing that to get messed up? What in the world happened to these pistons? I'm very confused. What happened to these pistons? Let's try it again. Will they still get messed up? I'm a little bit confused. Okay, that didn't do anything. Alright, I don't know what caused that. It was just a fluke apparently. But now it is all up and working. Let's see. Let's get rid of some of the stuff that we don't need. Anyways, we need to work on the bottom portion of this area now, the collection system. So the collection system is not all that hard. You're going to want to start with some blocks right there, and then come down and place some more blocks in a 3-block row like that. Put some redstone and put even more blocks there. Now we're going to need a few rails, just some normal rails and a couple powered rails. So put the powered rails 3 in a row like that. Make sure they actually line up correctly. I don't know why those... What? Why is that such a hardship? Okay, now you're gonna need to take some hoppers, and you're gonna need also some droppers. So place 3 droppers facing downward right here in a row, and then on top you're gonna place 3 hoppers, and make a back wall here of some blocks, and put some powered rails on top of these hoppers. You're gonna have to do it one at a time so that these all line up correctly. What did I just say? Why are you being bad? Alright, that's better. Now you're gonna need to place some more blocks down here and some comparators measuring these hoppers. It's a little tricky to place them in correctly, but there we go. I think we got it. And put some blocks at the back here, put some torches on the back of those blocks, and then put blocks above the torches, more blocks, lots of blocks, and put some repeaters up there. So now this is an automatic detecting system that will depower these rails when there's stuff in the minecarts going through it, and then it repowers them when there's nothing left. So to demonstrate that, let's go ahead and get a minecart with hopper, and we'll place one at all 3 of these stations here, and you'll see that they don't get sent off again until everything is unloaded. It's a very compact automatic unloading system. So yeah, see, now they're getting sent off. What you're gonna need to do now is at the bottom of these droppers, you're gonna need to come out. You're gonna have to have a hopper line that's 12 blocks long. So, and facing in that direction. So let's see, how long does this actually have to be? So that's 3, 3, 3, and 3. So right there, if we place a block, you'll be able to put all of these hoppers leading into each other in a 12 block line. Come on. It's a little bit tricky to place them. And also, if you want, you can build like a platform underneath it, but it's much easier in terms of like knowing where to put stuff to build it from the top down, like I mentioned before. And also on top of these hoppers, you're gonna need to place some blocks just in case anything would like go through them and be bad. At the very end, place a dropper right there, and then come down a block and place a comparator. Over here, you're gonna want to place a sticky piston facing upward. Thank you. And you're gonna need to put an observer. This is just gonna be a simple observer clock. Actually, wait, yeah, this goes down one other block. Alright, so now you're gonna want to come down a block, place a piston right there, and place an observer facing in that direction. And we're just creating a simple observer clock, and this is the area where you dispense excess items. In this case, all items are excess right now because we don't have the sorting system in place. And now you're gonna put some lava right here so that all the items get deleted the second they get dispensed. You can go ahead and cover that up if you want to. It doesn't really matter. The items never make it out without getting burned. But what you're gonna need to do now is place a line of blocks down here. And you only need 9 of them because these hoppers don't count, but this is for the 9 sorting modules of this farm. And so there are 2 additional sorting slots for witch heads, which is only a thing if you have the data pack that Hermitcraft does, and then for healing potions that come through. So those are the 2 additional slots for sorting that are not just the normal drops. You're gonna need to come 1 block down from and out from these hoppers now and place a line of chests. You're gonna have to make it like this all the way down for 9 of these hoppers, the ones that are gone down. Okay, so like that. And then you're gonna need to come down again and make 2 more rows of this because there are a lot of chests in this thing. Each item has a total of 3 double chests allocated for it so that you don't run out of storage fast. So let me just go ahead and place this. And you have to also make them double chests, obviously, like this, so just do that. You'll need a lot of chests for this as well. And come around to the back here, and you're gonna have to place in hoppers leading into all of these chests like this. And then we have to build the sorting system itself for this, which isn't that complicated. It's one of the most basic sorting systems, automatic redstone sorting systems. And you're going to need to have a block here, and you're gonna need to just put 1 block back there for now and put in a bunch of comparators. Wait, is that the right place? Let me go check. I often put these in the wrong spot, so no, that is fine. Okay, good. Just wanted to double check that before I build the entire thing wrong. Now you're gonna need to add an additional line of blocks like that and put some redstone dust on all of that. Now come down. Wait, so it's like this. I gotta remember the pattern. Okay, yeah, so you're gonna want to make a pattern like this and then place blocks at the bottom here. And before you actually go ahead and put in this next row, you're gonna want to put in the repeaters at the bottom, otherwise it's really hard to put them in afterwards. So just make a line of 9 repeaters like that. Wait, no, that's not counted in that. So now you can go ahead and cover it up because you already put the bottom stuff in. And you're gonna also have to have a line here, and then you're gonna put more redstone on top. Place what are we on, like a fifth or sixth line of blocks there, and then place the redstone torches at the back of all of those. And now you can determine what items you want to have sorted where, so it's not willy-nilly. And one of the easiest ways to do that is just using 4 blocks that you don't want, and then you put in at least 41 of the blocks that you do, or items that you do want sorted. As you can see, this will count down to 41 and then stop. And so this row right here is spider eyes, and then over here you could make it like the next item that you want, so like gunpowder. And so you just do it like that. You place in some more blocks, make sure it has 41, and then it will count down. So that's the way you do that. You can just do that with all the items. You get the idea now. Just start by placing some glowstone or another light source block down there, and then if you want, this is optional, you can place some blocks back here. You don't have to do that, but if you want to, you can. And now you're going to want to place 4 blocks out like this in a platform. And we're gonna add another portal here as well, because that makes everything easier. So just to make the portal, just go like that, and then place some blocks down here and place the obsidian like that. And here we have the cheap portal. You can make it the bigger portal if you want, you don't have to. But let's go ahead and add in that ladder that I mentioned earlier, which is actually all the way over here, so you're gonna need to expand the platform a decent bit. Oh, I went way too low already. That's not what we want. So you can just build this platform as big as you want. There's not like a specific limit to how big you need to make it. You can add anything else you want to add here, but this is just like stuff that's good to have, regardless of anything else like that you would want to add later. And this is basically the full thing completed. All the necessary parts are in place. And obviously we don't actually have like this fully sorted, but I explained how to do that. It's pretty easy. You just do that with each of the different drops. You can toggle this between AFK mode with your sword versus fully AFK'd where they just die by themselves. And here come even more witches. So this farm is really fast, it's really efficient, and it's not all that hard to build. I unfortunately won't be able to give you an exact rate for this farm in terms of item drops, because there's a lot of different factors involved and there's so many different items that get dropped, but I can say that it is really fast just based on the number of witches that were spawning. Like, there was a constant flood of witches, which you probably noticed because of how loud they are. And so I think that is where my tutorial ends. If you enjoyed this tutorial and found it informative or helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe with notifications on. Also, recently I started a series where I am recreating an exact replica of Sahara from Hermitcraft Season 6, the full Sahara. And if you're interested in that, I'll put the first episode of that in the upper right hand corner of the screen if you want to go see. But I've been Speef, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!